Have you ever thought about how much you're paying to further your education? Especially this year, with nearly everyone's being stuck at home. The entire student experience has been turned on its head. Well, we think so too. We're the USI, and we fight to improve the lives of students across the island of Ireland. The cost of higher education is way too high. Paying thousands of euros per year for accommodation on top of that is also way too much. But how did we get here? How did we end up accepting this as a reality? Well, the answer is simple and it's complicated. It starts with the government. In Ireland, we have public institutions. They rely heavily on government funding to provide education to their students, as well as conducting groundbreaking research and helping solve some of society's biggest problems. Then, not so long ago, the government began to cut public funding to these institutions and replaced it by increasing student fees. Ultimately, meaning instead of students receiving an education, they were subsidising the role of the state. And that wasn't all. With less and less money every year, institutions decided to diversify their income, which led them to 1. Start to look for new ways to raise income by cutting much needed services and increasing the cost of things, such as accommodation. And 2. Institutions began to be run more like commercial ventures than a space for learning and research. The working conditions of staff were hit badly. Education went from being viewed as a public good to being viewed as a product that could be sold for an ever-increasing price, leaving students with less of the experiences they deserve while paying more for it. This isn't right. That's why students need to fight back. We need a reduction in fees, and we need it now. Head to usi.ie/EducationForAll to take action. Sign our petition demanding a retrospective reduction in student fees. Join our efforts in calling and mailing your representatives across the country. Work with us to organise virtual and in-person protests. Call your families and friends to ask them to join us in this fight. When students come together and fight back, we can really have education for all.